Dave Freudenthal. Dave Freudenthal was born October 12, 1950, in Thermopolis, Wyoming. He earned a Bachelor of Arts in Economics at Amherst College in 1973 and a Juris Doctorate degree from the University of Wyoming in 1980. He was elected governor of Wyoming in 2002 and re-elected in 2006. Prior to being elected governor, Dave Freudenthal was U.S. Attorney from 1994 through 2001, lawyer at Hirschler, Freudenthal, Solgug & Bonds, an administrative aide at the Wyoming Governor's Office from 1977 through 1980, state planning coordinator from the Wyoming Governor's Office from 1975 through 1977, an economist with the Wyoming Department of Economic Planning and Development from 1973 through 1975, and tank builder, National Brotherhood of Boilermakers and Blacksmiths Union oil rig worker. As governor, one of Freudenthal's main goals was to establish and secure funding for a Wildlife and Natural Resources Trust Fund, which would provide millions of dollars for habitat protection and improvement over many years to come. Today, the Wildlife Trust Fund currently has almost $100 million of a $200 million goal. Two of the most critical wildlife issues facing Wyoming while he was governor include the Endangered Species Act listing of the gray wolf, which had been reintroduced to Yellowstone National Park before the administration took office, and the greater sage-grouse possible ESA listing, which had and still has the potential of shutting down energy development in much of the state and would bring Wyoming's income stream to a trickle. Wyoming state government is funded primarily by energy production revenues, much of which is produced from public lands. About half the land in Wyoming is publicly owned. That necessitates a working relationship with the Bureau of Land Management, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, U.S. Forest Service, the National Park Service, and others. Additionally, many Wyomingites are users of outdoor recreation and hunting and fishing. Because of the importance of energy development and public use of public lands, the administration has formed relationships with key federal personnel and continually has worked on those relationships. By statute, the governor can receive up to 20 complimentary big game licenses each year. At the beginning of his term as governor, he turned his big game licenses over to the Wyoming Governor's Big Game License Coalition and Wyoming Wildlife the Foundation to administer on behalf of the governor's office. The foundation and coalition has continued to administer the licenses for the last 9 years. Proceeds from the sales of the licenses goes toward Wyoming wildlife and habitat projects. Proceeds from the sale of Governor Dave Freudenthal's big game licenses recently topped $3 million. In addition to the myriad of accomplishments made by Dave Freudenthal while he was governor, he was always an advocate and ambassador for the wild things and wild places that make Wyoming such a special place.